revolution, the thing that's truly changing the game, isn't just what drugs we take, but how we get them into our bodies. This is where things are getting seriously smart. Let's get into it.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. No more weekly pill organizers, no more alarms going off in your phone, no more of that nagging feeling, wait, did I take my pill today? What if managing your health could just happen automatically in the background of your life?
Because, this is the whole puzzle of modern medicine, right? It's not enough to have a great drug. You have to get that drug to the exact spot it needs to go, at the exact right time, and in the perfect amount. That's the science of drug delivery. And honestly, it can be the difference between a treatment working and not working at all.
Okay, so to understand where all of this is going, let's actually start with a brilliant solution that's already out there. One that just perfectly captures this idea of set it and forget it. I'm talking about the hormonal IUD. It's really just a small T-shaped piece of plastic, but it's an incredibly elegant solution to a massive drug delivery challenge. How do you give someone a steady, super low dose of a hormone for years without them having to do a single thing every day?
And the results? Well, they pretty much speak for themselves. An effectiveness rate of over 99%. That number is just staggering. And it's not just because the hormone is effective, it's because the delivery system is practically flawless. It completely removes the chance for human error.
At the end of the day, the secret to its success is that it removes the biggest point of failure in any long-term treatment. Us. Our busy lives, our forgetfulness. By taking that daily mental load completely out of the picture, it becomes the gold standard for this kind of long-term passive drug delivery.
Okay, but what about problems that are, well, a lot more complicated than prevention? What happens when you need to deliver a really powerful drug, not just over a long time, but to a very, very specific spot in the body? Yep, let's talk about cancer treatment. Chemotherapy is an amazing tool, but for a long time, it's been a bit of a blunt instrument. It's designed to kill any cells that grow fast. The problem is, it can't really tell the difference between a tumor and other fast-growing cells, like your hair follicles or the lining of your stomach. This collateral damage is what causes so many of chemo's toughest side effects.
So enter hydrogels. The absolute best way to think about these is as smart sponges. Seriously, imagine you could take a tiny, injectable, biodegradable sponge, soak it in chemo drugs, and then deliver that sponge right to the tumor site. It just sits there, slowly releasing its medicine, hitting the cancer hard, while leaving the rest of the body pretty much alone.
And the upside here is just huge. By delivering the drugs locally, you can get a much higher concentration right where you need it, which makes it more effective. And of course, it dramatically cuts down on all those awful systemic side effects. It's a massive step forward for precision medicine.
So we've gone from long-term passive delivery to super precise targeting. But what's next? What's the next frontier? Well, imagine medicine that isn't just targeted, but that you could literally turn on and off with the push of a button.
Now this is a technology that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's basically a tiny, programmable pharmacy that lives under your skin. We're talking about a small, implantable chip that has an array of reservoirs, each one holding a single, precise dose of medication.
And the way it works is actually pretty cool and surprisingly simple. First, the little device gets implanted. Then, whenever a dose is needed, an external remote sends a wireless signal. That signal triggers a tiny electric current that just zaps and opens the seal on one of those little reservoirs, and boom, a perfect, precise dose of medicine is released right into your body.
And let me be clear, this is not just a concept. The first successful human trial for this was way back in 2012, treating patients with osteoporosis. The Controlled Release Society even said it changed the world of controlled release forever. I mean, that's how big of a deal this is.
Okay, so let's bring this all the way back around. Remember that IUD we started with? Well, the company developing this microchip is actually working on applying it to contraception. Now just look at this comparison. We go from something that lasts up to 8 years to a device that could last for 16 years. But the real game changer, the control. Instead of needing a doctor's appointment to have it removed, you could potentially just turn it on or off, wirelessly. That is a monumental leap forward. So when you put all these pieces together, from the passive IUD to the targeted hydrogels to these on-demand microchips, what does it all really mean for the future of our health?
Well, this technology has been on a long, long road. It was first founded way back in 1999, had that breakthrough human trial in 2012, and now it's being developed by a company called Daré Bioscience. The point is, this isn't some far-off dream. It's a real platform that's being actively worked on right now.
And the list of what this could be used for is just staggering. Think about it. Managing chronic conditions like diabetes or multiple sclerosis with pre-programmed doses. Or what about an emergency chip that could deliver a life-saving shot for an allergic reaction, triggered by a parent or a teacher's phone? The real holy grail, though, is what's called a closed-loop system, where the chip has sensors that monitor your body and automatically release a drug the second you need it.
Because what this all leads to, really, is a fundamental change in what it means to manage your health. It's a shift away from the constant, active burden of dealing with the disease and toward a future where treatment becomes this simple, automated thing that just works in the background.
So it leaves us with this one big, fascinating question to chew on. As these technologies get smarter and more integrated into our lives, you have to ask, how much of our own health are we willing to automate? It's a future that is coming up fast, and it's all thanks to the incredible science of delivery.